The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 12, Carr. Complete to Jones. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Carr now on 3rd and goal. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quentin Williams with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. The kick by Carlson is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Protein spill. Check 24. Check 24.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to go down again. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Carr.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's checking right now.
Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deep.
And got his man complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot here before half for Carr. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
132 fighter.
They run the counter. Bell, a good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And with that, folks, I want to remind you to join the NFL Salute to Service. This season, the NFL and its players are honoring those who proudly serve our country, and fans are encouraged to join NFL players in writing letters to service members and their families. To learn how you can send your letter today, visit NFL.com/salute. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 39, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now, 180. 180, we're good, we're good. 280. That's it.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs. And now it's second down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
This is caught. And he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, lady. Quarterback, don't get 61. Matchbox lights. Don't get nervous. Switch.
On 3rd down, it's Bell, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. To throw, it's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This one caught by Davis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Here's Carr to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Inside. 50, Mike, 50. You don't want this. Check 13. Check the lady.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try the right side with Bell. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
On 1st down, Bell, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
That's what I do.
Darnold now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Maurice Hurst getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, let's get that ball here, let's get that ball.
Now it's Darnold. Escaping and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, they'll throw with Carr. This complete to Jones. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw is Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And Darnold wants to throw the football. That'll be taken in by Anderson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. A 1st down throw, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Red 80. 80 weapon. We all kneel. Check, check. Lock. Red 80. Slam, slam, slam. Check 99. Check 99. Showing it. Showing it.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Set. We're going red 80. Yep, yep, yep. Plus twist 80. And 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Drop deep, smooth. 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Push him back. Push him back. Red 80. And 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
But in that case, run it up.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.